Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Что все?
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor! You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No. Thanks all the same. I have quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed?
Yes.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and a few friends at your side.
Don't tell me the old... By the way, where is
I have no idea. I should have gone.
It is never... I'll meet you in front...
Very well.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be...
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look,
I hope this island...
in order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine.
You were right. Maybe he is already...
This will be the commander, the transporter, or the pilot.
Of course.
In the lower bar.
Right then.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection. Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Those are great responsibilities, but you will bring honor upon...
I thank you, Excellency. My cousin Constantine is taking office as
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. Well, then, that is a pity. Please convey to your cousin...
You seem slightly hesitant.
A rather unscrupulous...
Do people
Alas, as you can... In any...
I shall see what I can...
I thank the man.
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer now. Don't be afraid. Come.
Citizens, I present to you...
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty,
In this day.
will you drink one of your...
Of course. But... There now.
Come. Nothing proves...
As a man of science, in your case...
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart. I need to be going.
Goodbye.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you.
Come. There now.
And force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
To hell! And death to the others!
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial. Would you be willing to drink it?
This bullying is trying my patience.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause...
No, look.
And you did...
Come now. This might...
Yes, not damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
I don't have the key. Locked.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave...
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce.
Sahin. Him again. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hate?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great... I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor...
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain...
But you could just as easily produce real healing...
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to...
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it?
I ran tests on myself. A small... The mob would have been few...
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were...
That doesn't surprise me, coming. I understand if you don't believe me. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up...
Your methods don't seem so different than...
I don't torture people.
Perhaps. But you are hurting innocents.
So...
I'm going to help you leave the city. But you...
I swear it.
Very well, then.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly...
I haven't lost hope that
It would be better if I... So? Did you find a way?
Yes. I have unlocked the service entrance.
Without being skinned alive?
You need to remain
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't... run into any unhappy patients. We're customers, and we have no choice but to go this way. Holy heavens, we've seen it. Help me, protect me.
To my...
If you had any idea who I am... Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes. That's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Where are you headed? Don't abandon me. You're going to take me.
Damnation. He got away. customers. I should have stayed with the tavern. I was safe. To my health! And to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Where are you headed? Don't abandon me. They're going to take me. We need to find my cart.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of serene.
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Just do us the favor of never coming back. And stop this deceitful commerce.
Have no worries about that. I'm not going to forget this lesson anytime soon.
Move along now. Get out of here while there's still time.
Would you accept this as a token of my gratitude? Farewell, my lady.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
If you had any idea who I am. Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes. That's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
This man is going to bring the guard out if he keeps shouting like that. We should have gotten rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters...
Oi! Where do you think you're going? You're in our territory.
I'm looking for my cousin, and it appears that he is held here against his wishes.
How do you know that?
His voice is one of a kind, gentlemen, and we can hear it in the street. I order you to free him immediately.
I order? I order, is that right? You're not cousins for nothing, you and that other drunkard. If you think all you need to do is come here and give us orders to get what you want...
Looks like we'll need to sharpen our words with our new friends.
I'm afraid so.
To my help! And death to the others!
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star, always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
It's not possible just now.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. Why should I deliver him to you? You deliberately hid the truth about him from me.
What? Might I remind you that you're in audience with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance?
And you to a legate of the Congregation of Merchants. That you treat like an imbecile. This man is indeed an alchemist of the bridge. And he told me much about your disagreement of opinion.
And of course you sided with him.
Certainly not. I have no part to play in your quarrels. I just chased him from our city. Now, if you are still intent on placing him in irons, you need to capture him. On your own lands.
How embarrassing. I should have shown more honesty in your regard. Please accept my excuses. And this modest gift for the voyage that awaits you.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Fredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am the Mother Card I only regret.
Really?
To be...
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take...
Very well. We know that your uncle tolerates the... But these particular non-believers, we would consider it a tremendous favor.
Heresy is not a crime in... But I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my...
The prince would indeed give us his blessing. But it would... For according to our sources, these fugitives...
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be... I'll look into this and see what... I must be going.
May the light guide...
The merchant is there.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your...
They're asking that we pay a...
It's just that the price has gone up.
This is inadmissible. If you agree...
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and...
Why don't we go and solicit others?
When we've already paid. If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we will...
Your master has apparently asked you to do...
That's right. He told me that and so he must have thought the guard would end...
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent...
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only...
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you.
This whole story sounds You were demanding a second payment, but refused to
I'm not the one demanding, nor...
This stubborn fool is...
I'm certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement. You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master, who expects you to follow orders without raising a brow. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you take the weight off your feet.
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand the price you're supposed to pay me.
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their merchandise. You'll just have to make a devastated... Oh, the dastardly boldness of him face. In front of your master, and we're done.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Oh. All right. Done. I'm with you. As soon as I've received my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards. The guard has already been taken once by your promises.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying. Very well. Call for your men to come.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And these memories I hold dear. You've always been extraordinary, Greenblood, but I had to watch over you. You were my responsibility. That didn't leave us much time for friendship.
What about now?
Now, I hope that we'll have more time. Anything else?
I must leave you.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be.
Lady Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen...
Yes, we will.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that...
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand.
The commander was...
Very well.
The merchandise that you at the Port Authority... And we've already lost...
Are you blatantly asking us?
I would never ask you to do so.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kirk?
Well, now, if he finds... But this cargo must...
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I am sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... Ta-da! My fair cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, Desade?
What will be your official title on Tifredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd think best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's niece. All is in order. We will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Freddy. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm Orlaise.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship.
Impossible. All merchandise must be registered at the unless you're asking.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave to...
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get...
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next...
Sorry, Kurt.
The commander is gonna have my head.
In that case, we're going to have to dock to the manifest ourselves. When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men, but the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so.
Miss Jonas, does he have any close friends?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there.
Be back soon, Captain.
Any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
If you wore a Nort uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Ah, your boots! Welcome! It's such a pleasure. Have you seen anything to your liking? What? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faith.
What does Jonas do in his free time? When you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boy. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as...
Do you think he could have made himself...
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas...
I don't know where to start with.
No. Lauro...
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But the itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink... Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well, in spite of...
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be...
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing...
Talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the other day, in the tavern, I saw him talk. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little early. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took...
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my...
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my word... The captain? No, not telling him that.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you? The night...
Maybe.
Do you know what was on his...
No.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? You...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the... I seem to recall that regular being there. We kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that scared. Now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows it's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again.
Thank you, Lauro.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Good day, tavern keeper.
Can I pour you anything? It's you. I didn't recognize you, my scruffy young pup. You put this place to shambles last night.
I am quite sorry about that. I'm afraid I let the festive spirit get the better of me.
Better of you? You broke everything. If you think for a second that I'm...
Come on now. Don't be angry about such trivialities. I'm certain we can make amends. Now, what can I do? The contents of this pouch should be worth your forgiveness. What do you say?
Forgiven and even forgotten, your lordship. Whatever can I do for you?
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had a gesture that your drunkards must...
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they...
It is what they do. Through pact.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and this horrible, constant ransoming that you will have no trouble verifying the details now.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact... It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
Madam?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail. I'm still without news of Mike.
Could you tell me a little about your...
We are masters of the oceans. Our ship...
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard.
Our magic, yes. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is... Others are sea gifted, joining the Nords for... It's how the guild is made and...
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She
Taken? Her son is sea gifted. His parents were required to give him
a contract.
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nauts?
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Yes? Well, how can your old professor be of service to you?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy. She said that he was taken when he was a child.
Who was a cabin boy?
They took him back.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. Since time immemorial, there's all children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord. And
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle...
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance. Via ship.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little. What counts most is that breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us...
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us. This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek? Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Lady de Sade, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business.
It is so.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the
Prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my...
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her.
You were not leaving me with a...
Very well. Take the key and take him away.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes, even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no... I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet.
You don't seem to be all that...
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now.
Yes. You should still go and say farewell.
Selection, whatever you need to be the talk of all serene.
Madam?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the top. My cabin.
You do?
All we can do is plot a... I do. Your actions bring...
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, that said, we did catch
a smuggler.
In the port jails. May I ask you, why the sudden
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Ptolemy.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my... Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The cardinal. They're making quite some ruckus. Asking to... We, of course, refused entry. Only the norms. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential... But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them.
What do you mean?
That's discretion and malice.
I was hoping you would go back on your decision.
Are you referring to your non...
Yes, I am. Then we would only have one problem.
I suppose I do owe you something. But don't get rough with the guards. They're good Nords.
Be back soon, Captain.
You need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Did you hear the bell?
The bell? Of the port authorities?
Of course. We are not in Ptolemy, you know. You better get going. The harbour master is ringing it. All the Nauts must rendezvous at the port authority immediately. Must be something serious.
Damn, we didn't hear either. We're done for. Come on, we need to move fast.
Be off with you. I'll watch over the warehouse in your absence.
The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Well now, can we get going?
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it.
Don't you be worrying now.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there.
Move out, quick.
cannot pass. Only the Norts have access to the prison.
I've seen a few...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They are trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse. They must be waiting for me. But you might want... If the Norts get their hands on them, they'll find...
Thank you.
Anytime. And then...
I don't have the key.
To my help! And death to the others!
Locked.
To my help! And...
Damnation. We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor! Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador... Why is the Inquisition looking for you?
Our only error was wanting to publish...
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would... But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it will provoke...
Our work concerned the
disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned...
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never...
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place...
And?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that... But the text that we discovered was radical...
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth.
It was written in black and white. And there...
I understand now what that text... This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being...
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget...
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text.
It served no purpose. It's...
I see.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to...
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum...
Your goodness honors you.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to stay here. I'll be...
Have you spoken with the ambassador? Has he accepted to give us refuge?
Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Заебись.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sa...
I would like to talk to you about a rather
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning... And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminati.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging...
We are willing.
At the port of Serene.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately.
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
We owe you our lives. We are...
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new...
If you would allow me, I would like to give you...
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style?
Madam?
Are you ready? Can we wait?
We should be able to set...
Be back soon, Captain. Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, To what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the...
Curse them!
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic
The bridge. But I had hoped that you might intervene. We have nothing else to do.
I must be going.
May the light...
Madam?
Are you ready?
We should be able to set...
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tir Friddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
Awoken! Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now. Let's lend them a hand.
Take a step
back, sir!
Kurt! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Да, блять. Блять. Уф.
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Madam, gentlemen. Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready her to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
Здорово.
charming, welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry these doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along, don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health!
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service for a while.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady does...
It pains...
Curse them!
Alas, I would not... I must be going.
May them...
So you're back. Right then.
We can guarantee that your merchandise...
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The cargo shall make the voyage.
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, he will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a...
Блять. Есть новая сирена.
Closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier for the alcohol. The best forge in tier for D. Blades, armor, locks, custom pieces, mate.
Well, I'll be damned, it's Captain Kurt.
Manfred! Still a quartermaster?
Always, as you can see. What can I do for you?
We've come to find you regarding the merchandise that Kurt was taking care of.
Ah, the commander's cargo, yes. I was told that had come in. And so he's got you working on this. Lucky Kurt. It helps to have friends in high places.
Is everything in order?
Alas, no. Our merchandise has been unloaded into one of those dock storehouses. They're well guarded. A little less at night, but in spite of that, we weren't able to get them back.
Since these crates are registered in the ship's manifest, make an official request.
The modification of the manifest might have fooled a quartermaster, but it won't fool the Port Authority. We'd have too many details to explain to them, and our commander would not like that.
What? Is he waiting for us to bring them to him, then?
No, of course not. But Kurt needs to find the right storehouse, as well as a discreet way to get in. And he must also mark the crates that belong to us.
Why is that? They are already marked with an inscription.
Most of the men are illiterate. A coloured mark will stick out for them to find, but they need to be quick about it. They won't have the time to decipher a name.
I see. Well, let's see what we're able to do.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
My ship's being used to move your contraband, and now you want to sneak into one of our warehouses.
Kurt was given the order. If we want to help him, we don't have a choice.
I don't like this. But, since I've been sacked, let's just say that this will be a little bit of revenge.
How are we to know in which warehouse we'll find this damn cargo?
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of them.
That won't be necessary. My entire cargo has been placed in the warehouse closest to my ship.
Here are the crates we've been looking for. It appears that one of them has been broken. It's full of weapons.
That doesn't seem right. It is our clients that supply us weapons on Tier 3D.
You didn't know what was in the crates?
No. I don't concern myself with the commander's business. I should take a look into this. I have some friends here that must know what this is all about.
Let me know what you discover. Now, let's mark these crates and get going. No, these aren't the right crates. I need a bit of practice. No, these aren't the right crates. No, these aren't the right crates. No, these aren't the right crates.
need a bit of practice.
Hello, Your Excellency.
We found a way into the storehouse, and we marked all of the crates.
Perfect. I shall ask my men to follow the same path.
One of the crates was damaged. I was quite surprised by what I found in it.
Really? To be honest with you, the commander never told me what was in them. I received the order to deliver them as soon as Kurt accomplished his mission, without any further instructions. For what it's worth, I thank you for your help, and I hope you can accept this modest token for everything you've done. If you have another moment, Your Excellency, I would like to ask you for your help. We have a serious problem that I did not hear of until recently. A problem that concerns you closely.
I'm listening.
I was told that some of our soldiers have been extorting large sums of money from the town merchants, under the pretext of financing their protection.
Are you telling me that the guard is extorting merchants in our city?
Indeed. Some merchants have been assaulted, and one of them has even been found dead.
I hope you don't intend to conceal this information. If my cousin learns of this...
Oh no, certainly not, Your Excellency. We intend to punish the guilty party with the greatest severity. But the merchants refuse to give us the slightest testimony. The guard, we won't be able to put a stop to these crimes.
Count on me. Oh. No, thank you. Hello. We've not yet been introduced. Desardet, legate of the congregation.
I've heard of you. Captain Ulrich. I manage this barracks. What can I do for you, Your Excellency?
What does your role involve?
Each barracks must be headed. It's a matter of dividing the men between the It is unfortunately a monotonous and laborious job.
I'll leave you to your work.
Hello, officer.
Excellency, can I do something for you?
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Greetings. You look like someone who would know how to use a blade. If you're looking for the best steel, you're in the right place. And if you have a special request, my associate...
I'm currently investigating an... Are you one of the merchants who was...
No, not at all.
Really? Come on. If you...
I mean no offense, but you won't be able to do anything. I want to hold on to my business and my life.
I was told that someone found a merchant's body.
Of course. The town isn't that big. Poor Renault. We found his body on the street. One of his associates, half-hearted.
Have the culprits been found?
No. Listen. Nobody... It's been months since it happened. An investigation...
You were obviously a victim of these bandits. One of your people is dead. Yet you refuse to help me. Why?
It's precisely because one of our people is dead. Now, you can either buy, because I am not gonna...
The law of silence is at work. Nobody saw anything, nobody knows anything.
The best forge in Tier 3D! Blades, armor, locks, custom pieces made to order!
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the...
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
Come closer, good people. Liqueur... Madam, I am pleased to welcome you if you're looking for something to accompany...
Thank you, but I am conducting an investigation.
Are you sure? It's probably just a nasty...
Come now. I am the legate of the congregation.
Threats? No.
I was told a merchant had been found...
Really? Oh, I didn't know.
Come on. Don't take me for a fool.
I don't? Really? I don't. So, what sort of wine would you like?
You're obviously terrified. Don't you think it's...
Listen, I've no desire...
But if you don't help me, you will never...
I told you, I don't know what you're talking...
You'll find all you need! Excellency,
Well, it is an immense honor for me to be of service. What might I do for you?
I am conducting an investigation. Apparently...
Really?
As legate, it is my duty to ensure the safety and well... So please, if you have any information...
I don't know anything. Really? My partner, who ran the shop before me...
And you fear the same thing happening to you?
This is what happens around here. So I prefer to...
If you denounce them, we could end this and...
I can't take that risk. Also, I would not be able to name them. Now, what we need is the money to return. Do you understand? We are...
I have a plan to stop the culprits, but I'm going to need your help. The next time one of these guards comes to squeeze money out of you, you must ask for more time. The man will threaten you, of course, and he will certainly bring his accomplices. But when they come back in full force to make you pay for your audacity, we will be there to...
And if your plan fails, I'll end up like Renault.
Are you not tired of giving them a share of your profits? And do you not want to avenge your partner?
He was my friend, and his death really upset me. But I don't want to end...
And what if I gave you money to pay for it? If the plan fails, you only have to give them that money. They have no interest in getting rid of those who earn them.
You are not wrong. I will do what you ask of me.
Fear not. We will not let...
It's hard to predict. Given their habits, I would...
Perfect.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Atuoi, sien sradi dau quint. Dadagudach me in.
Attention, soldier.
Let me pass. I must see the chief of your village. Whatever could be so funny.
Now, who would you be to seek an audience with the governor?
I am Siora, daughter of Vladimir. My mother is Amal, the chief of our clan. I am here as an emissary of my people, and I must see your chief, your governor.
And so you're a princess, then?
A what?
Let her pass. Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing. But thank you for your help.
Minister.
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
What exactly is your role here?
I am tasked with advising Governor Constantine, and I make sure that all business contracts are I am responsible for setting taxes on goods. It is an exciting job. Would you like anything else?
That'll be all.
Goodbye.
There you are, fair cousin. What is this? Who is this amazing person in your company?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid, daughter of Meb. My mother is the Mal, the chief of our clan.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, Siora. This is incredible. You look so much alike you could be related. If you would allow me, Princess, I would like to confer a mission to my cousin. You need to visit the governors of the bridge and Teleme, to give them my formal regards, that sort of thing, but also to discover what they've managed to learn. They've been here much longer than we have. Perhaps they've made some inroads to finding a cure for the Malachor.
Forgive me, Mal, but I have a request for you. My people needs your help.
I thought we might discuss matters together at leisure, but please, speak your piece.
The Lions, the Bridge Alliance and my people are at war. My mother has sent me to you in search of allies. I fear that without your help, our clan will suffer great horrors. We have already lost so many souls.
This seems a sensible request. You know, though, we cannot go to war with our neighbors.
Perhaps there is a way to negotiate a ceasefire. The time to see things...
Excellent idea. I would be completely lost without... Try and put an end to confrontation.
I will come with you. It will take more than one person to convince my mother to lay down our weapons.
Perfect. Take Kurt along with you and anyone... Safe travels, fair cousin. And watch...
Sade, you have a moment? Thank you for coming. I know that you're very busy.
I'm listening, sir.
This island is vast, and as you know, your uncle has asked me to draw... Alas, I'm slightly too old to be... So I'd appreciate it if, as you travel, you mark...
Very well. I will take...
Excellent. I knew I'd... one more thing. Do you remember that bringing a specimen to the city was obviously not... But according to my sources, there are others of them on this island. I know that a scholar of the Alliance, Professor... I tried to contact him, but apparently he disappeared. Naturally, I cannot ask you to rummage through, but if you can find any trace of him, his studies on...
Very well. If I find any...
The road to knowledge is long and difficult, but this is the price of wisdom, de Sade.